Hey everyone. Um, I'm about to do a ride. I decided not to do a race this time because I did a race this morning and I think I need an easier ride. I'm just gonna take it easy. This is supposed to be a 20 miler, 1,000 feet of climbing. And yeah, it should be pretty fun, pretty discouraging getting passed by like 1,000 people. But yeah, as I said before, I'm not trying to rock the boat right now. I'm actually pretty excited about this new route that I'm doing. It's called like the Jungle Route or something. It starts off in this little town and it goes up to this place called the Jungle. I had seen this place before on a different route that I did, but there was a big gate in the way and it said you had to be level 10 to get there. So this will be pretty cool in that. So yeah, it's basically a route that I've unlocked, which makes it seem somewhat special for me. I'm starting to question myself a little bit since it is a 1,000 feet of climbing. I'm not sure if I really want to do that. I think I should show my dad this though. I think he might think it's cool. Yeah, this point is Yeah, this is a spot that I think is pretty cool. It's like a underwater world. Yeah, it would be pretty cool if they had a sort of underwater world like that in real life. I can't think of anything that's actually like that, but it would be cool if there was. What's cool about this game is you can actually catch up to people. So if I went and tried to really crank it right now, you see my watts going up, and you'll be able to see, I'll be able to catch these guys. And go by them. I'm not going to really maintain this just because I don't want it right now. But yeah, the cool part is that these are all real people. So I thought that, I think that's kind of neat. Now, clearly you can take your bike outside and actually ride, in which case there's real people as well. But you can't really bike through a jungle unless you live at a jungle. So that's where this becomes fun. I think at this point, I'm starting to get close to the hill. I'm going to open my window a little bit wider so that I get some more air. There we go. I know with the hill coming up, it becomes necessary. Looks like everyone else is doing the same thing. There we go. Give me some velocity. Oh, to the left now. So when I usually ride, it's to the right. I think the left is the mountain route, and that's exactly what you're seeing here in front of us is the mountain. Yeah, the mountain is pretty cool. The only tough part is you have to get up it. I came onto this mountain, I think, twice before, and both times it's really cool. There's actually a cool spot where you sort of, you're not at the very top of the mountain, but you're at like a good like viewpoint, and they do this kind of panoramic thing where you see yourself in third person with a view in the background, like a sideways shot. So I thought it was pretty cool how they did that. Oh, looks like it's sunrise or something. And this little indicator here is the start of what's called the KOM, which is the king of the mountain. As you can tell on the top right, just went up to 9% now. This is, yeah, pretty much the start of the climb. There's gonna be a few bends here, I think, and then I'll be going off to the right to get to what I mentioned before was called the jungle. And for those of you who aren't familiar with it, the resistance on the bike increases as you get to any hills. So I'm having to put in a little bit of extra effort right now just to get up this hill. Now they even have some other hardware that you attach to your fork, and it'll elevate your fork if you're going up a hill. And I guess it's a similar experience for going downhill. I'm like not exactly sure how it works, but yeah, it was all this extra money to do that. And they try to sell you on it, like if you buy this with one of those things, it's like, you know, a few $100s cheaper than if you were just to get it on its own. Personally, I feel like this is realistic enough for me to have my handlebars go up during this is not gonna be a deal breaker for me. I feel like if I really want that experience, I can go outdoors and ride up a hill. So I didn't purchase that. This thing was already expensive enough. And it's starting to pay off. I mean, this is definitely a lot more engaging than push-ups or sit-ups or something. That is like, not to say that a workout without a virtual trainer is bad. I think that's important too, but if I was trapped here, if there was some like global epidemic where I couldn't leave my house for a long period of time, can't think of something like that, but if there was something out there like that, then I would think that this is actually a more captivating experience. I feel like you get a little bit bored with a bike trainer that's not connected to something like this. In the past, I've used bike trainers and just watched videos or something while I was riding, and that works too. I mean, if you're watching something that's exciting, I used to watch bike racing and pretended like I was in the race or something. But with this sort of stuff, it's actually pretty cool because you're actually in the race. There's another video out for a ride I did this morning. It's it was tough. It's I'm a lot less talkative in that one, mostly because I didn't have enough oxygen to speak. There was a point where I felt like I was gonna pass out. So if you want to see me in a lot of pain, that's a good video to watch. Not quite gonna go that hard. This time around, I'm more trying to stop and smell the roses, although I'm not planning on stopping, but metaphorically, I want to be able to smell the roses on this one. There's some guy on a mountain bike. Let's see if I can catch up to him. Just sucks when there's a guy on a mountain bike that passes you. I feel like that's a little bit emasculating. So at least I have to get in front of him. Well, I hope he's not going the same way I am, because I don't want to have to stay in front of him. But anyways, here we are. This is the gateway to the jungle / Alp. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be French or something. It says falls on the right. It sounds nice. Let me just make sure this guy is... I'm just going to try to beat this guy to the gate and then relax a little bit. So I'm not trying to race right now. Crap, he's still on my wheel. I'll let him pass me. I'm not trying to overdo it right now. Although it kind of feels crappy to get passed by a mountain biker. So I'll pass him back. It shouldn't be too hard to stay in front of a mountain biker, right? I mean, I'm on a road bike. I don't know, that avatar looked pretty fit though. Oh, that's okay, it's got a road bike and pass me. As long as it's not on a mountain bike. Anyways, this is new ground for me. I've never been on this route before. So it's kind of cool. I like the windmill, it's nice. But yeah, this stuff is amazing. I mean, what I like about this game is that it's just beautiful. Like, clearly it's a virtual world, but you know, you think about these virtual worlds and you're like, oh, well, it's all fake. I mean, yeah, it's fake, but somebody had the idea of this and somebody built the designs for this. There were designers and engineers who built this virtual world, and as a software engineer, you gotta tip your hat to that. You know, that's not easy work. There's glitches, there's stuff that gets screwed up. I mean, I've never worked on video games, so I'm sure there's like libraries they can use that takes away a lot of the basic struggles away. But still, I think it's beautiful. It's a little bit tricky at night because like it's daytime right now for me, and when it's night I have this dark screen and a light backdrop, so it's a little bit tricky to see what's going on sometimes. That guy right up there has a some sort of power up. You can tell when their bikes are illuminated. Oh, this is nice. I'm on flat. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is a nice road. You have good scenery here, some trees. You have the mountain in the background. In real life, there would be some sort of river here because whenever you're surrounded by mountains, snowy mountains especially, there's always rivers. Usually they built roads near the rivers because the river already carved away a path. So the fact that there's not a river here makes it a little bit unrealistic, but still, anyways, it is a virtual world. You do have routes that go through volcanoes. Yeah, it looks like we have a little bit of a descent here. Doing a bit over 30, that's pretty nice. There's a another device you can get for this thing that blows air at you. It's a fan. Oh crap, it's the mountain biker again. Really don't want that guy to pass me. But you know what? He's doing 300 watts. Okay, maybe after this turn I'll go the other way. Yeah, I was saying, lost my breath from that. You know, maybe mountain bikes have some sort of advantage on this terrain. I don't know. It's like a dirt road. Oh crap, I hope I'm not damaging this new bike that I bought. Anyways, It's the beauty of a virtual world. It's crawling just fine. Yeah, I was saying about that fan. You can buy a fan that is connected over Bluetooth or whatever to the game itself and the whole Zwift ecosystem, and it'll make it so that as you're going down a hill, the fan blows fast. When you're going slowly up a hill, the fan doesn't blow quite as fast, to give you a realistic experience. And it's another one of those things that, you know, it sounds pretty cool, and it is, and I feel like that would be a fun thing to work on as an engineer, because it's literally, it's not literally, but it's cool. It's a cool thing to work on. It's a cool piece of technology. But again, it's one of those things where it's like, if you want it that realistic, just go outside. I guarantee you that will be more realistic than the game. Anyways, it looks like me and this dude are rolling at about the same speed here. He looks like a strong rider. I'm wondering what the rest of this course is like. I'm liking this course though. This reminds me of like Machu Picchu or an ancient Inca village or something. Oh, and that's what they were talking about with the falls. Yeah, this place is beautiful. It really makes me want to visit Machu Picchu or something like that. It's a beautiful waterfall right there. The only thing I'm a little bit skeptical about is that it seems like this isolated mountain that just has a waterfall at the top of. I don't mean to be a skeptic or a cynic, but I'm just sort of wondering, where does all that water come from if the only thing up there is the top of a mountain. Anyways, I should just enjoy the view. Oh, that's level 12. Looks like I have some work to do to get there. Well, I feel like I'm getting pretty close. I'm already almost at 11. Definitely picked up miles during this whole virus outbreak. One thing that, if you really wanted to sort of immerse yourself into a cycling world. I know VR is getting pretty big, and for example, the stuff with the Oculus, basic Oculus is pretty impressive. So I'm even wondering if they have some sort of Zwift laboratory set up that has all the sensory stuff configured. Oh God, am I going through that? Let's get wet. Ah, it goes behind the waterfall. That's pretty cool. Don't even get wet. I could see that being in the VR world as well. A little spray of some mist when you go underneath the waterfall. Pirates of the Caribbean scene over here with like a cave looking sort of place. I wonder if they do have long roads through caves like this. I wouldn't be surprised. What I like about Zwift is that it seems like every sort of scenery, all of the courses and worlds are sort of inspired by something. Like every time you're in one of these virtual worlds, it's just like, hey, you know, that kind of reminds me of this place. Not exactly the same, but pretty close. Like there's one of the main Zwift courses starts to really look like the Southwest. A lot of rocks, a lot of kind of orange color. This, yeah, this was looking like Machu Picchu before, but it really does look like a jungle. I would say similar to Florida, but Florida doesn't have hills like this. I bet this is, I actually don't know if there's any place in the US like this. This seems more along the likes of Jamaica or something. I was gonna say Puerto Rico, but I don't really know if Puerto Rico has mountains. I know Jamaica has mountains. That's what but I've looked into Jamaica's got mountains. I would think that there's places like this in Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, because it's tropical and there's big mountains. You know, you have the Andes very close to the equator. So you have these very high elevations, but also warm temperatures. I don't think hot temperatures, but warm. I actually had the opportunity to go there, but didn't want to fly, so I didn't really go. It's also starting a new job. Anyways, why would I need to go there when I'm experiencing it right now, right? But no, I do think I'd like to visit a place like this at some point. Looks like I still have a good amount of climbing to do. I would think that by the time I get back to that river or whatever it is, that most of the climbing will have been done. I'm guessing there's just a bit of a climb while I'm a little bit more inland right now. Again, I'm not trying to go too hard right now. I had a pretty hard ride this morning, so I'm not trying to burn out. I was saying earlier that ride was really bananas. It was strange because I had thought there was an A, B, C, and D group. I had signed up for C. And all of a sudden in this race there's 200 people. For the first 5 seconds of the race, I was in first place. Very excited about that. Started off with the sprint. Shortly thereafter, realized that these guys were really fast. Was in a group of about 50 up front, and on I think the second lap during the climb, I completely got dropped. I saw them going, and I don't know if, a lot of times with this bike stuff, it's hard to know of like, if it's like, was I just not trying hard enough? Am I not determined enough? Or like, am I physically not able to do that right now? And I think I concluded that I could have pushed myself harder but I would have risked passing out. That's what I think I was at, and you know, there's a good chance I wouldn't have passed out and would have just gotten close to it and then stopped. But like, the other thing I didn't want to do was burn out on the second lap. So in that second lap, I saw them go ahead, and I thought, you know what, I'll let them get ahead of me for a little while. And then later, I discovered that I wasn't just in the C. It wasn't that these were just the C riders. These were the A, B, C, and D riders. This was everybody. Which, to me, I don't really get, because you sign up for your category, but then they put you all together anyways. Anyways, at the end of the race, it told me I finished, like, when it was telling me my rank, it was during the race. When it was telling me my rank during the race, it was telling me in terms of everybody. So it was telling me, like, you know, 70 out of 200. Now when I finished the race, it told me 7th out of 77. And I was like, what? 7th? That's way better than 70th. So, as it turns out, they let you all race together. But then when they tell you your rank, it's in terms of only the people in your category. Oh, speaking of race, looks like there's 2 guys racing over here. It's really starting to feel like the jungle over here. It sort of makes me wish I went to Colombia just to visit. I mean, when I think back on it, it's like life is too short not to experience that kind of stuff. I did save a lot of money by not going there. Mostly with the airfare and all that. But, I mean, that's what money is for, isn't it? Anyways, this is looking like an absolutely beautiful course. I'm really impressed with all of the work that went into creating this world. And yeah, it's like I'm in a jungle. Feels like it.